And we have the bulk of the collection over there, but I just filmed the rest, the Morgan dollars, and we hit a home run. Hey everybody, how's it going? Christian from Treasure Town here, and today I'm going to be searching a collection for somebody who asked for an appraisal that I know, and I'm really excited to see what we find because we have all of this. And right there, you can already see a row of silver coins that might be a Colombian $50. You know, that doesn't look too crazy, just looks like some regular Eisenhowers. But then what's really kind of noticeable is this heavy pouch. So it will be exciting to see what's in there. But anyways, I'm going to go through all of this and see what we can find. All right, so I'll just start with this batch, and it looks like a bunch of silver coins, but it's always interesting. I don't think there's anything too crazy, so I'm just going to kind of pour these out. You know, I don't see any like really old halves where it would be a concern to try to, you know, pour them out, but we'll just kind of go starting with the 1968D, so that's a 40% $50, 40% silver, and we got just a bunch of 40% silver to start out. I don't think that all of it is going to be 40% because I can see a Franklin and a Walking Liberty, but certainly some of it. So there's 68. Then we're going to have a 1967, a few of those. And, you know, 66, it's a good start. I mean, you know, it's still silver. Silver price has been a little bit elevated recently, so that's kind of cool. Then we start with an older 1950, 90% silver $50. Mint mark would be kind of right up there, 1960. You know, I can definitely circle back and check for the errors. I don't know all of the Franklin $50 errors. There's a 1954D, but I don't know all of the $50 errors right off the top of my head, though there's the Bugs Bunny. 1964, there's a fair amount, 90% silver. There's also a fair amount of possible varieties for that date, and we'll see if it has the mint mark. It does not, would be kind of tucked down there. So that's a 90% silver. And then we have two more 40%ers. And it's like coin roll hunting, except you already know that everything's silver. Here, I'll give a little background on this. The Colombian $50 made in 1892 and 1893. And it was the 400th anniversary of Columbus having sailed across the sea and discovered the New World for the Europeans. And he was actually the first person to appear on a U.S. coin. Normally they'd use kind of symbols of liberty, but he was the first actual person who was approved. There were a lot of interesting commemorative silver $50 that are pretty pricey, but the Colombian Exposition ones are not too expensive. So it's a really cool coin to pick up. You could probably buy one on eBay for not too much money. Right here we have a Walking Liberty $50, and the S is pretty clear, 1936 S. I'm trying to think, I feel like it's like 38D, that's a slightly better date, but 1942 S, a few S mint mark ones here, and maybe I'll flip it around to this opposite front. Yep, so there's 1964, we'll see no D mint mark, but a fair amount of 90% silver to start things off. 45, 41, 43, nothing too wild to start things out, but we certainly have a good mix of 90% and 40%, as well as this kind of Colombian commemorative. Then we have the 1981 proof set. It has a Susan B. Anthony, and nothing in terms of the value that's too unbelievable. You can sometimes check to see if it's kind of the non-filled S. That to me looks like the you know, not the valuable S mint mark, but maybe I'll take a closer look off camera later. You know, I always try to check off camera if I can, just because on the varieties, you know, it's pretty tough to tell immediately without looking at it too closely. I'm just gonna put that back, but that's probably worth like $5, something in that range, $8, somewhere in there. Then we've got a little baggie here. These look like some, you know, possibly uncirculated coins. So just gonna see here, starting with a nice 1963 Franklin $50. Yeah, certainly in very good condition, 1963D. Nice and shiny, as is this 1964 $half. And I'm always thinking, are there any varieties on this specific coin? I have to take a closer look. 90% silver, and then there's a mercury diamond in decent condition. 1942, make sure it's not the 1942 over 41. It is not. And then let's see what we've got here. 1955, I feel like 55, or maybe it's 54, could be a slightly better date. 1955S. And we'll make sure that this is not 1959, so it's a nice date, but it's nothing, extraordinarily valuable. So we're going to add that to the silver for them. And maybe keep aside the quarter there, just good condition. Then we have this, what looks like a buffalo nickel, 1936. Not the 3.5 legs. And then we have a little folder here, or a little plastic thing with a PDS of steel cents. These look replated, which takes away a little bit of value, but in circulated condition, it's not anything too wild. And then we have a 1907 Indian head penny, probably about $1 of value. So just going to slide this to the side here. Next, we have this Port Washington Tennis Academy. Very cool. And let's see what the coins are looking like inside. So we have some Bicentennial Eisenhower dollars. These are not the silver ones, but there's another one. There's already a little bit of value in here just from that. And we're going to have, some Bicentennial quarters. Looks like a Kennedy $half. Here's, the Drummer Boy quarter. And then it looks like just a mix of world coins. Maybe I'll pick out a few here to talk about. Is that dime silver right there? Nope, doesn't look like it. Maybe it's uncirculated. But I've seen these a fair amount. It's these no cash value tokens. I should find out, what are they for? Kittyland. Best of fun game token. And then we have kind of some French and some Mexican coinage, as well as, here's a 15 new pence. The heptagonal 7-sided design from 1979. This still circulates. These 100 pesos have been demonetized 1984, so it's not quite as valuable as the face value might suggest. And then the last one, this one I don't quite recognize the design of right away. Voltaire République Française. Is this a 5 franc coin? Possibly. Very interesting. 1994. Certainly has the French slogan on it, but and then a Susan B. Anthony, maybe that's all valued at like $6 or $7 or so. But kind of a fun little way to break up the hunt. Gonna go right here next. And, whoa. Check that out. Let's be careful here. I'm probably gonna end up putting these in flips, and it looks like almost an ancient coin fell out. But it would be pretty awesome if I was buying or had been gifted this collection. But this will be good to report back that there is in fact gold. This one looks like probably some sort of sovereign or half sovereign. I don't know the exact denomination, but this one, 1925, nice gold coin from Great Britain, high gold content, and certainly a solid coin. So that's probably definitely worth a few $100s. This one looks like an Austrian ducat, 1 ducat coin. 1915 is a restrike, so it wasn't actually struck in 1915, but it's backdated. But I think that they're 1/9 of an ounce of gold, or they might be 1/11th, but actually has a little bit of weight to it. And then let's see what this other one, this sovereign, 1887, so much older. You're going to see Queen Victoria, and I don't know if that S stands for San Francisco. That would be quite a turn of events, but we already got 2 kind of sizable gold coins here, and then we have this Antoninianus, maybe? I was going to say, I'm not totally sure on what exact coin this is, but I did a little bit of Roman coinage, and I feel like that was kind of the bronze denomination. Could be very wrong there. Then we've got this little pouch of coins, and that's cool. Let's see. So looks like some currency. It's going to be where we start, and this one is an old one, or maybe it's 2 of them, some old Canadian money, 1973, Ottawa, Canada, and now, here's $20. So that's certainly, probably worth $15 right there. We'll see what else may have gotten crumpled up here. Looks like another $1 note, two $1 notes, and then this is probably going to be a $2. It's tough to unfold all of this on camera, but yeah, $2, 1986, and then this one maybe five. Or this one looks, I have no idea. Ooh, Singapore, a $1 note from Singapore. It's going to be, let's see, I don't even know what year this would be from. But there it says Bradbury, Wilkinson and Co., New Malden, Surrey, England. So definitely one trend you see on a lot of the older notes is that a lot of them are being produced from places well outside the country that they're representing. So certainly a little bit of value here. I think mostly on the fact that Canadian dollars are still, not too far off one-to-one conversion. But I'm going to put those to the side for now. Check out the, it feels like there's some coins in this pocket. So we'll see. I was hoping that they would be like all gold or something. But it looks like another kind of smattering of cool. There's a Canadian $1 maybe commemorative. So a little bit of French too. But we've got some French 1 francs, some Canadian more modern stuff. And probably going to be about another $3 in pocket change. So certainly not the worst outcome right there. That little wallet, on estimate probably a little bit over $20 in value. So it's a little bit of a different play, right? Like you can look for silver, or you can sometimes just get a lot kind of accumulating in the foreign exchange. This one is neat. It's a peace dollar, 1923. It's been cleaned up and attached to this chain, so there's not tons of value beyond kind of the silver, or maybe a tiny bit for the premium. But it looks like, a cool little keychain or something like that. Then we've got two coins right here. Looks like this is going to be a Walking Liberty $50, 1940. Not sure why it's separate from some of the other stuff, but that's kind of special. And then, is that 1883? We'll see if it's got the cents or not. And it does not have cents. So the legend is that people would gold plate these when they first came out and say that they were the new $5 coin and spend them. So they ended up putting cents kind of on the reverse. So 1883, nice little coin. That's probably worth $10. Probably $10 for both of those coins. A little bit more on the silver. This looks like another Indian head penny. Very neat. And two silver coins, 1945 and 1942, from the Littleton Coin Company. Silver classics. They certainly are silver classics. Those are some of the iconic U.S. designs. Then we have right here, interesting. So I wonder if it doesn't look like the coins are proof, but we'll start here. This is a Bicentennial set. We'll try to maybe find a 1975 no S dime. But in fact, the dime has the S attached, so our $400,000 optionality is not going to be there. 1959 proof set is actually, that's kind of a little slightly older one. So I think there's a little more premium. But that does not have 1959 coins in there. So that's fine. And I should know, I don't think that's the accented hair, but I actually could not identify it off the top of my head. So maybe I'll have to take a closer look at this Kennedy $50, make sure it's not accented proof. If you know, please let me know, because it does seem like there's quite a good bit of detail in the hair, and that can be something definitely to look for. So can probably update that at the end. Let's see, this little bag here looks like a nice little pocket of silver coinage, and I forgot to talk about this. 1935, 35, 35, 35, 35. So this looks like, put together not by the mint originally, just kind of ended up in one of these Whitman plastic holders, but at the very least there's 85 cents in silver value and a little bit more on the collectability right there. And then in this little bag of silver coins, I saw a Barber, so we're going to be on the lookout for better dates or anything like that here. Starting with a 1964, that's not quite. Maybe we'll look for some type B quarters while we're at it. See if any of those aren't touching. 1962 doesn't really matter on a coin when it's not in uncirculated condition. But these are looking like a nice group of silver quarters so far. I'll just keep on going here, and I always try to find, how can I comment best over this stuff. But sometimes you're just more focused on making sure that there's not any wild coins in here. Because it's good. It's important to know, if you have junk silver, that certainly at one point wouldn't have been too valuable. But these days, this batch of coins, this collection is certainly trading at a fair amount of value. Drop that one. Thankfully, that's not a valuable one. That's, always your worst nightmare is dropping an expensive coin and bringing it to a not expensive coin in a brief move. 1928 Standing Liberty, that's not a super rare date, but it's still kind of cool that the date hasn't been worn away, because often they are. So that's 1963, 63, 62, 64, and our final quarter, 61. So a lot of newer finds there. And as we get all these buffaloes up, 1920, is that a 26 or a 28? I feel like that could be 26. We'll hope for the S. It's not there, so it won't matter either way. And then a 1937. And then on these Mercuries and Barbers, 1916. I don't think that that's a better date. I should know the better dates with Barbers, but I'm not going to pretend I do if I don't. 26, 42. Just want to make sure it's not over 1. 45, and then a 1944. So that is that's a solid little group of silver coins right there. And then let me see, anything else in the box? It's just, oh yeah, there's something. 1935 Buffalo. And now it's time, the moment of truth. This is a heavy pouch, and I'm interested to see, because I've seen a similar pouch to it in the past, and there were some good coins inside. Ooh, check that out. That is unbelievable. Look at that. Looks like a pouch of Morgan dollars, and it looks like there's even one in a cardboard holder, so you never know what could be down there. But I'm going to open this up. I'm going to take a look at this first one. 1882. Looks a little bit scratched up, but it's still in good condition. And that is a great start to the end of this hunt, because if all the coins in there look like that, actually that one does not, but it'll be super exciting to see what all this is. And I'm actually thinking I'm probably going to make a separate video where I go in depth, because it's already been, like I see on the screen, like 18 minutes, and then I'll recap all of these for you in that after I do that hunt. But a strong start with this 1882 Morgan silver dollar. I'll be back in a moment. And we have the bulk of the collection over there, but I just filmed the rest, the Morgan dollars, and we hit a home run. I mean, straight up. All of these coins, they're not, there's one 1921. There's a lot of good condition coins that I'm still in the process of putting in these flips. But let me just walk you through some of these finds. You will be amazed if you haven't seen the other video. I don't know which one we'll release first, and I'm going to only go one coin at a time so I don't drop one. But it will start with some cool toning on an 1878. That's kind of, if that was the best coin that we had, it would be, not a disappointment, but it wouldn't have been that we struck it out of the park. But we have some, nice condition Morgan dollars that I've begun to sleeve up. And, sorry, a quick pause there, but a great piece of news is that we found, I think, 3 or 4 of these 1883 S Morgan silver dollars. And in this condition, kind of AU, low AU, maybe AU 50, these are probably $150 coins. So compare that to a base value of what, like 30, 35 bucks for a Morgan dollar. All of these in AU 50, and I think that these are, that's kind of a minimum. Maybe XF45. I think that these are AU coins, though. All of those are $150 coins, say 25 bucks a coin to grade. We're about to get crazy. 1882 toned Morgan. I mean, that's neat, and that's some really nice toning, but look at these two. 1884S. And if these come back in high AU, they're 4-figure coins. I don't think they will. I don't even know if the owner wants to submit them. That won't be part of this video. But look at these two 1884S coins. And look at the front of this one. Unbelievable. Gorgeous coin. I want to get a true view of that. Just, there's color on it. It's clean. If it didn't have that big hit, I would be, it's a bummer that has that hit. But this coin is really nice. And then the one to look for basics, for beginners, two 1878 coins. I was shocked at the first one. CC, Carson City, the rare mint mark. And then we got this fiery looking Carson City again. So, I mean, talk about some great finds. If it was just a pouch of Morgans, that would be easily $30-35 a coin each. Peace dollars maybe more towards, high 20s. But then a lot of $150 coins and a lot of, maybe 1878 CCs, like $200 a coin. I'm not sure exactly. But I think there's a lot of money in those 1884Ss. And not that the money's the only thing that's important, but, you can't pretend that there's not a ton of collectability in these either. And just kind of the specific kind of uniqueness of how the color on that coin is, makes me wonder, how did these coins look before they went into the pouch? I doubt that they deteriorated too much in the pouch, but that is a great outcome for this, and a great outcome overall between multiple gold coins, bunch of cool silver, and pretty much the other items kind of all being neat in their own right. Super excited to have been able to film this collection. And thanks for watching, and I'll be sure to film any other collections that I can get my hands on where I'm not necessarily buying and selling. If you have a collection similar to this, I would love to buy it or to help you through it and help you understand exactly what you have, or a combo of both. Thanks for watching the video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and check out my other platforms like my Instagram, TreasureTownYT, my website, treasuretownyt.com, and a whole host of other ones like Facebook, Twitter, and more. All of that is going to be found in the description below the video. So I'll look forward to seeing you on some of my other videos, and I hope you have a great day.